Hello everybody! Today we've got two packages fresh in from Japan. Of course, Tomica's. What else would it be? So, we'll get into them here. So this first lot here was some used ones that I found. Here is an Isuzu Elf Coca-Cola truck. This is a second gen Isuzu Elf. I don't know why the turntable's moving so slow. Let me just put it in the middle of the stand. Maybe I can get it in the light. Do some rearranging. There. It's working better. Alright, so here's the Isuzu Elf Coca-Cola truck. Slide that. So this one is a little beat up. I found some decals on eBay, so I'm probably going to buy those. And the back decals can stay. This is a plastic back end, but the front end probably needs a repaint. So I might be able to get decals right there on the front. Not the Isuzu, of course. That might have to paint myself. But I asked the seller for the dimensions. This side one is like 1 inch, and this one I think it's a little over 1 inch. But I'll see what the seller says. Theirs are. So if they are around 1 inch, then why did that just stop? Understand what is wrong with this turntable. Lights in my eyes. Turn the other way, stupid light. Come on. Really? It's like, is the battery dying on my flashlight already? I think that's what's happening here. My flashlight batteries need a charge. Because, yeah, I'm flashing that in my eye. I know you're not supposed to do that, but that is not very bright at all. It does not affect my eyes. So, we'll put that to the side. We'll just take the car off the turntable if it's not going to want to work. It's easier for me to show up my hand if it's down here. You know what? Move the trees back over here. You know what? No, I need the trees on this side because the lens is like at the right of my camera. So we'll just readjust this. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but it's the Coca-Cola truck. I might need some red chrome for the wheels there. So yeah, this back part's plastic, so that will probably stay the same. I'll just have to paint up the front cab, repaint that. I like the little Coke bottles on the roof here. It's not really the roof. Where? They have to be fake though. Well, I know they are definitely fake because this is a model, but this design could not happen in real life because where are they sitting? There's this big hole right here. And is it just the tops of them? Like, that makes no sense. Why? It looks like they're sitting in little crates, but where are the crates? You'd think you would see them through this hole? I don't think there should be a hole there. Or is it just for show? Was the do the real ones have this for show? So I think they'd be inside. You would slide this open and they'd be in there. I don't know. Headlights. I don't understand what's going on with the headlights there. You can see where the actual headlights are. Don't know why there's Tampa work above them, and I don't know if that's a mistake or what. And of course, Elf. And the base here. Coca-Cola license. This is a second gen Elf. This is the interior. So yeah, I'll have to look into some of those things on that. Get those decals. The next car from that lot. This is a Nissan Elgrand. It's an ambulance. You guys know I have this one already. So this one I might end up just repainting, maybe? I mean, it's a hard choice. Because, like, I like to keep things original. If I do restore it, I want the original colors. But there's no way I can get this. Well, I could repaint the stripe, but how am I going to get these logos? I can't get them. Nor could I really repaint this. So I'd need decals for this, obviously. But the details are nice. So I could convert it into a normal van. I mean, obviously, I would just keep this. So if any time I do ever get decals for this, I can always revert it back to an ambulance. So I'd probably keep these windows white out. So I might just paint this white. So like I said, if I ever do get the decals, I can just stick them right over. So for now, it's going to be like a cargo van until I ever get decals. Not that I really need them, because I've got this ambulance already. Not really mint, but I don't know. This one, like I said, I don't even know if decals exist for it. Even with this one, I don't know if I could get decals for it. But kind of looking at it right now, I don't want it to be an ambulance. This is a Toyota Hiace, by the way. I don't want it to be an ambulance, looking at it. This casting is so nice. Here did it come out? 88. It's very nice casting. So nice. I really like this. So I think I might just paint it white. Fill in the hole on the roof. So if I ever do get a replacement light or decals, it's already white. So I can just lay it right over. And like, even though the hole will be filled in, I can still like glue it on top. So that way, I can always turn it back into an ambulance whenever I get the materials, like this one. So they'll probably paint them both white, just so I can revert them back if someone ever makes me decals, or if someone ever does make them to sell. I just see it on eBay. This one, I mean, it's pretty bad. This is the next car on the lot. It's a Mitsubishi Pajero. You know I like to collect my Pajeros. You know, that's nothing new. But this one I might just want to keep original. For now. Like I said, if decals are made, then yeah. But, because they do have the wording on the side. I mean, I could just paint the white stripe myself, but I can't get the wording. But you know I really like my Pajeros, so this one was a must-have out of the lot. Opening doors, and it does have suspension. And it matches the design with the bus I have. Well, they're the exact same color. I don't know why the bus looks lighter on camera. Maybe it's because it's closer to the light. I don't know. Maybe because... No, they're actually not the same color, though. The bus is lighter. Now that I got them under the light. I think it might be because the Pajero's old. The bus is mint. Minty. Really like that bus. But if you thought this police Pajero was great, look at this. I got a stock one. And something you might notice right off the bat. Yes, the pillars are broken. This is the last car in that first lot. Pillars are broken off. I might be able to replicate them if I just take the doors off. This definitely needs a new paint job. This will be the easiest to restore out of a bunch of them because all I have to do is just paint it silver. Pajero license plate. And of course, it's got the opening doors too. They have pretty big doors. They have pretty bulky doors there. But yeah, I love my Pajeros. Those two are been wanted ones of mine. Obviously, they're not mint, so I'm still looking for mint versions, but you know, it's always fun to restore them. So that's the first lot. That one I just bought from some everyday dude on eBay. This next lot is from a friend of mine in Japan. How many cars are here? 9? Yeah, he really hooked me up here. I got the November release of Tomica and a couple used ones that I might go at restoring. We'll see what you guys have to say because some of them I'm on the fence on. So, but we'll look at the new ones first. The November 2020s. Here's the Mazda 3. Now, I'm not going to look at it in too much detail here because I will plan on doing a review on it. But just look at this nice Mazda. Look at that. So nice. Such a nice model here. Try not to say much because I want to still do a review, like I said. That's the Mazda 3. Do you think I can keep it back there? Next is the Daihatsu Rocky. The Daihatsu Rocky. Here. So for those that don't know Daihatsu, it is a only in Japan car company. Well, they might sell around Asia, or they might be brought to Asia. They might not sell directly around Asia, but dealers might buy them and then sell them in Asia. I'm surprised they're not popular in the UK, because Daihatsu's competitor, Suzuki, they are very popular in the UK. And, oh, they both got suspension. So Suzuki is popular, but Daihatsu isn't, which surprises me. And that the Rocky's great competitor, the Jimny, sells like hotcakes in England. And yeah, Daihatsu doesn't care to bring that over there. But those are the two standard releases for November. Here is the premium release. This is the Nissan SIL80. I'm blocking out the Mazda there. I'll just put the box on the side here. You guys, for those who don't know about the Nissan SIL80, it is a custom car. So the Nissan didn't make these. Some customizers did. You know what? I'm going to set it down while I tell my story. Oh, look at that makeshift turntable. So before I give a little more look at it, a couple things I got to say. Yes, the Nissan SIL80 does not exist, like I just said. But, well, does not exist as a production car. It's two production cars mixed together. And we got the Nissan 180SX, which you see in the back end here, and the roofline, and a Nissan Silvia S13 front end. So you combine the words together and you get SIL80. Silvia and 80. So SIL80. So it wasn't a car that Nissan actually released, but in fact, customizers did this to their cars because the 180SX and the S13 came out in the 80s. And that was before drifting kind of really took off. The 180 was like it was produced really early 80s to the 1985. I don't remember. Was it the S? I think it's the 180. Yeah, the 180 was produced in the early 80s. And then it was kind of replaced with the S13 in 89. I don't know how much of a gap there was between them. The 180 could have ended at 88, and then the S13 picked up at 89. But they are the same chassis. They're built on the same chassis, same engine, all that. They're all the same, besides the outside body panels. So when drifting took off in the 90s, the 180s were discontinued. But in the early 90s, the S13s were still being made. So if people got in a wreck with their 180s, because they figured out 180s were good drift cars, and if they were to get in a wreck with them, they figured out that the S13 is built on the same chassis. So the easiest and cheapest way to fix a 180SX is to put a S13 front end on it. So where do they get the parts? I don't know. Well, I mean, they could have gotten them from Nissan specifically because the S13 was still in production. So that's why that some of them have S13 front ends, because they wrecked them. And it was just cheaper to get the parts from Nissan rather than stealing them off of a discontinued car. You guys know what I'm saying. So this particular Tomica release... Oh, and they also have 1Vias, which is a 180SX front end and a Silvia back end, which those are more rare because the 180s were rarer back in the 90s drifting days. So some people would do that. Like if they got rear end damage, like they spun out and rear ended a guardrail, they would put a S13 back end on it. But usually they got front end damage from flying off the mountains. But this particular one, for you Initial D fans, is a loose copy of the Initial D Sil 80. Because the gold lace wheels, the blue paint, the spoiler, yeah, they copied it. They have the license. I don't know why they wouldn't have just licensed this. Or if they didn't want to do the Initial D one, at least just do it a different color, because these things could be in any color you want to do. I mean, they're custom cars. That's another thing. Tomica Premium doesn't do much custom cars, so this also surprised me. It does have the opening doors and suspension. It's kind of hard to tell when it's on the box. There. I think they're getting kind of lazy with the suspension. Actually, with opening parts in general, because I don't think they've released any new castings with opening parts this year. Did the 4Runner or the RAV4 have an opening trunk? Don't remember. I don't have that one yet, so it's hard to find. Not really hard, but people are just not selling them. That could have an opening trunk, but I think that's the only one. Oh, the Suzuki Hustler. Yeah, but that's not a new casting. That's not a new casting. It's already existed. So we're going to move these. You know what? We'll keep the boxes back there. I don't got room for the cars. We'll pull the cars off to the side. We'll bring them all back as a group photo at the end. But here's some of the used things. Cars, I should say. This is a Toyota RAV4. Speaking of RAV4s, there's a Toyota RAV4. It's a first generation RAV4. I gotta use this hand because the light's on that side. So this one I'll be keeping original. It's not even that badly damaged, just a little banged up. It will be staying original. And look at that. These old Tomicas from the 90s have no dashboards. It's so funny. None of them got dashboards. At least they've improved with that. I mean, look at that dashboard in there compared to that. This one actually has a metal dashboard, because you can see the overspray. This has suspension. There's the base. This one, you know, this makes me sad that I'm keeping this one original, because I have the exact same color. I have that blue, green color, turquoise, whatever, and I have this gray color. So I could have redone this one, but it's not even that bad. And I could still do it. It would be much better if it was repainted, because it still has chips. But this logo on the side, I would not be able to recreate, so that's what stopped me from even thinking about restoring that one. Next one, this one I was gonna restore. When I first saw the pictures online, it was looking pretty bad. And, you know, not that it had a lot of chips, but that the paintwork was all scratched. But I get it in hand, and it was all scratched. It had a bunch of scratches all over it. But when I cleaned it with like a wet wipe, it all came off. And, well, this one didn't, but most of them came off, which was crazy. And it left this really nice pearl white paint that was underneath that. I didn't realize this was even pearl white. I thought it was just white because it had all those scratches on it. So, I don't think this one's going to get repainted either. It is chipped. Yeah. The worst chip's probably right here on the tail light. Which, I don't like my chips on the lights. But it is almost perfect. Wheels in front are a little bent too. That's Celsior, if I didn't say so. I've been looking for this one. I asked Toy Pimp, like, hey, you got any Celsiors? And he's like, no. He's like, what did he say? I don't even remember, but he's like, they're not that easy to find. But I think I got this one cheaper than anything I'd have to pay from him. And that's what I'm going to talk about at the end of this. How much I paid for all this. And compare it against him. I don't have anything against him. The Toy Pimp at least. But I know he's pretty popular. And sometimes I just like to go against the flow of traffic. Yeah. But we'll continue on looking at these. Oh, this one had opening doors, by the way. Again, very 90s dashboard. AKA no dashboard at all. Suspension. Alright, here comes the ones that I'm kind of torn to restore. This one here being the Toyota Supra. Oh yeah. See, this one has a lot of big chips. There's not a lot of them, but they're like bigger. Especially on the back end here. The whole spoiler is chipped along the side there. Those taillights are so crisp though. I like that. Those would be easy to repaint though. The thing that wouldn't be is the stripe on the side. The good news is it's the opening door, so it can come off. So the plan that I had was I could strip this down, get a pretty decent matching white or red, and paint it, but leave the doors original. I won't strip the doors because of that logo, but I'll paint it nice new red. So hopefully it will match like decently well, like the minivan door. So I'll try it. If it doesn't work, then I might just have to strip the door. But let's take a look at that 90s. This thing's so dusty inside though. It really needs to be drilled apart and washed. Ah yes, 90s dashboard. This one does have a metal base. And lots of suspension movement. Like this front tire, I can almost push up and all the way into the fender. It goes about halfway. Like that's a lot of movement there. Next one, Subaru WRX. I think all the cars I got from him have opening doors except for the new ones, but that one does too. Yeah, all the used ones have opening doors. Next one here is the Subaru WRX. Is it an STI? Oh, it just says WRX. Nowadays we can tell if it has the hood scoop, it's an STI, but not always the case anymore. Or back then, not always the case. Suspension. Plastic based. Oh, I love the old Tomica logo though. Right there. Ah, shut the door. This one's got dusty interior too. This is another one I'm on the fence about restoring. Bug Eye. I just realized it's Mike Tyson's dog's name. One of them. Bug Eye. What is he? He needs a Bug Eye Supra. Or a Bug Eye Subaru. For Bug Eye. Did he purposely name it after the Subaru? No, probably not. I think he wanted all of them to start with the B. But, yeah, look at that. Mike Tyson and his dog get a shout out in this video. Who was expecting that one? But, look at this. Blue. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that. Like, when it's very dark, but then when the light hits it, it like changes to like a very light blue. I don't know. That's why I'm on the fence about this one, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that. On the back here, you might think the back end looks pretty good. The tail lights are a plastic insert, and so is this. This is all connected. One big plastic insert. So, that's why the back end looks so good. But yeah, I'm on the fence about this one too. Alright, now the two that I know for sure I'm going to restore. This Nissan Primera, and look at that, metal base. This one, it might not seem that bad. I mean, camera's not picking it up, maybe a little bit, but there's so many scratches in this paintwork. And I wasn't so lucky with the Celsior. These ones did not come out with the wipe. That wipe was like doing some super magic on the Celsior, but not the Nissan, unfortunately. So all those little scratches there bug me. So I'm going to restore it. That's what I was going to do anyway, and I realized the reason I decided so fast to do this one, that whole taillight got chipped off. That's funny. Right there, that whole end of the taillight. This side too. But the reason I decided so fast to restore this one, I have the exact matching blue. Here. I used it on that Lesney truck a while ago. Look at that. It's the same exact blue. So, you know, I have to do it. I have the exact color. I have to do it. Oh my god, I'm dropping stuff. So, this one will be restored. It's got suspension. I seem like when they have metal bases, the suspension's a lot better. No, there we go. More reason to restore it. I just dumped it off the side of this table. I don't know why I can't hold things today. I've rolled over like every single car. No interior. No dashboard. That's fine. I like these 90s Tomicas. These are the ones I really want to focus on collecting. But sometimes they can get pricey. But my friend did help me get a good deal on these, so maybe more to come. I don't know. But here is my favorite out of the whole lineup from him. The Nissan Stagea. I've been wanting at least a version of this casting for a long time. And it's kind of gone down in the history books, like the Pajero with me. this is going to be a car I'm going to be looking to get every version of. Alright, I've officially dropped every car. No, I don't think I have. I didn't drop the new ones. But look at that. Let's take a look in there. Yeah, no dashboard. I've said that in every car too, though. I don't know what all these black lines are on it. What kind of scratches those are from, but they did not come off with the wipe. I just love this car so much. And also, it should have chrome headlights. They are so chipped. But this one, I'm going to need to do some digging to get a matching color. So, I kind of called the RAV4 turquoise. It's more green. I mean, compared to this, the RAV4 is green. This is turquoise. So I'm going to have a heck of a time finding a color for this. You know how I usually find the paint color? Is I just bring the car to the store, simple. Just stick it in my pocket, bring it out. No, this one is too close. It's not close enough. So I'm going to need to be looking at the turquoise. At least I've got all winter to find the right color. It also needs some axles straightened out. Yeah, we'll bring them all up here for a group photo finish. You know what? Put the Mazda 3 up there. Oh, that's gonna fall over. Silady there, and then park up. Get the camera out. Oh, we got the 3 legends right there in the middle. The 3 JDM legends, him too, but. And put the Premier right up front. You know what? We want the Stagia up front. Look at that. So, that is what I got from my friend. Excuse me, Honda CRZ. Not you. That is what I got. He's still there. Now, you weren't from... Alright, let's try it again. Without being photobombed. This is what I got from my friend. Look at that. Very nice. So he gave me all this for, ready? $31 and some change, but I don't remember. But $31 for all this. That's pretty great. That's with shipping. Pretty great if you ask me. See, the 2 basics here were $4.95, I think, a piece. That was $8.80. So, and these used ones were $4.20 altogether. And then I think about 10 shipping. So yeah, shipping from Japan is kind of expensive. That's why a lot of people stay away from that, and they let people like Toy Pimp do all the work. But I think it's honestly cheaper to buy them straight from Japan rather than importing them with someone, or having someone import them and then buying them from someone that imports them. Because that's like 2 dealers it has gone through rather than 1. No, well, 2 dealers beyond what am I saying? So they've already came from, like, when you buy like from like the Toy Pimp, like when you buy from him, he's importing it from Japan, which is expensive on its own. To make money, he's got to raise that, and then you buy it, so you're paying him more than what he spent. So with buying them straight from Japan, you can get them cheaper. You see what I'm saying? Because with people like the Toy Pimp, he'll charge 10 for a standard Tomica. Yeah, 10. 10, 20, 15 for that. That's $35 just for these 3 if you get them from dealers like the Toy Pimp. I'm not dissing on the Toy Pimp or anything. But definitely buying like vintage Tomicas in good condition from him, that's the way to go. The newer stuff, honestly, I think is overpriced. The old stuff, I mean, that he offers some good deals on them. The TLVs too, I mean, the $20 to $30, I mean, that's standard. But just the standard Tomicas, I don't think it's really worth that unless, like I said, they're old vintage. But the price that someone like him would ask for just these three back here is more than what I paid for all this with shipping. And now he never charges shipping. That's probably why they're so high. But yeah, so that's just a little try to get them straight from Japan if you can. You don't want them going through like a bunch of different people because that will keep raising the price. If you guys see what I mean. If you like buying them from him, then fine. If he gives you like friend discounts and whatever. I'm not trying to steer you wrong against him, but just consider your options. But he's definitely a great guy. You know, I've probably said enough. Thanks for watching, guys, though. Seems like next summer I've got some work to do with restoring these. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.